Comrades, I think this particular occasion also provides a platform for us to respond effectively to some of the conversations that our Governors Forum have made, that the minimum wage of 18,000 is not sustainable. I think that we reject in its entirety. Nigerian workers are not going to take it lightly. We are not the problem, but we are the solution. And therefore, we are going to resist. Let them also understand that the 18,000 was not allocated to us. It was negotiated through a tripartite process, and it's a product of law, and it's due for review. In other spheres, minimum wages have been reviewed, and therefore we are going to champion also the review.
Welcome back, Minister for Labour and Employment. Let's move on to the issue of the minimum wage. The labour unions have been calling for a review of the minimum wage, which is currently 18,000 naira. Do you have any plans to review it?
Well, I didn't see them call for it. Rather, we were all battling to make sure that it remains where it is. The governors flew a kite and said they were going to reduce minimum wage in their respective domain. And it was then that the labor unions started crying wolf and saying that they were on the verge of even asking for an increase. Both parties are playing politics. Number one, they know that the economy is not in the very best of stability now. And they also know that the earning power of the economy has also gone down because we're a mono economy. Everybody has depended on oil. In the last 30, 40 years of Nigeria coming out from the Civil War. So, but the bottom line is that neither the governors nor even the unions, none of them can change anything now, because Section 34 of the Constitution gives the federal government exclusivity. Under the exclusive federal legislative list, they have the exclusive power to talk about labor and industrial relations, labor-related matters, minimum wage for the...
But when you say exclusivity, is that as to
oh, yes,
not changing the
law,
figure?
The law, yeah.
But can the figure not be reviewed if it's causing financial hardship?
No, it can be reviewed, but it's a tripartite. You must do a tripartite. That's the labor law. You do a tripartite negotiation, and everybody must agree. And it is when everybody has agreed that you bring it to the National Assembly. And under Section 34 of the Constitution, which empowers the federal government to do labor laws, including minimum wage for the country and any part of it thereof. It's written there.
So there are currently no negotiations?
No, there's no negotiation. So those who are talking in the television or in the Governors Forum or in the union chambers, they know they are just playing politics. They are Nigerians. They know that we can't move up from where we are now. Otherwise, we will have disaster in our hands. So the minimum wage is the minimum wage. It's there, and it will be there for a long time until we do a tripartite negotiation. And after a tripartite negotiation, which will be assented to by all, you then go to the National Assembly and put a bill that will go first reading, second reading, and third reading before it's a law, and they're brought back to the president for his assent. So it's something that we'll have to make do what we have for now.
Can we just touch on a current issue which is causing a lot of debate in Nigeria at the moment, the electricity tariff?
Yeah.
How are you engaging with the labour unions on this?
Well, we have engaged the labour unions, and I don't want to talk too much on that. The Minister of Power has been talking on it and giving people the technical angle. I was Deputy Chairman, Senior Committee on Power before I became Minister. So I am not really oblivious of the goings-on in that area. And while I was senator, I had my views. And those views we made known to the GENCOs and the DISCOs, that's the generating companies and the distribution companies that have bought over the assets. So to that extent now, having bought the assets, there's a privatization. So those things are in private hands. And being in private hands, they are not there to run losses. That's number one. They are also not there not to recoup their investment. That's number two. So from generation of electricity, which has products like gas, workers in the generating company, the machines that are working and undergoing wears and tears, then to transmitting or delivering those products, there must be a cost. There must be a cost. And I can tell you, without any fear of equivocation, that is the past governments that have put us in this particular quagmire of where we are. They have not done what they're supposed to do. They didn't have the willpower to actually say this is the standard price of unit of electricity and enforce the payment. Or say we are withdrawn the little subsidy we have on them. They also didn't have the willpower to make sure that the distribution companies that came on board to take them fulfilled all their own part of the agreement, including metering of people. Including metering of people.
Thank you.
Because you can't be doing estimate billing all the time. So, two wrongs will not make a right, but we must find a middle of the road action to do. So that's why we have engaged labor and civil societies and all those who are consumers, because everybody is a consumer, including me. So we're engaging everybody so that we can find a path out of it. So we are going to have a joint committee discussing this. That's one of the agreements we reached. And when we have this joint committee, we will deliberate and everybody will see each other's view. We'll put the cards on the table. The generating company and the distribution company were part of the negotiation.
Thank you so much, Minister for Labour and Employment, Senator Chris Ngige. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for your mails as always. Keep your views and comments coming using the address and Twitter handle on your screen. You can also let us know anything happening within your area, especially if you're in the nation's capital. Don't forget, you can view the program on youtube.com/channelsweb/videos. You can make your comments after viewing the videos. Always remember to include your name and where you're writing from. I'm Yemsi Paye. See you next week.